Mikey Sola here. The signs of sexual abuse and molestation. Now, this can be a difficult topic to talk about. It's a difficult topic to make a video about, but here we go. It takes place in various physical, behavioral, and emotional signs. It can manifest itself in a lot of ways for students. A few indicators to be on the lookout for: unexplained injuries to the genital and anal areas, sexually transmitted diseases. So the teacher has to kind of be aware about looking for certain things. Certain behavioral signs to be on the lookout for. Also the idea that a student, primarily, let's say you're dealing with a younger age, may know more sexual terms and just more age inappropriate jokes. Now, if you're dealing with a high school student, it may be hard to tell. Fortunately, due to the internet and phones, kids these days are very savvy, but you need to be on the lookout for just knowing too much in life. Fear of specific adults or places, reluctance to go home. You can really sympathize with the students there. Not trusting adults and not feeling like they're comfortable in their own home. Emotional signs include anxiety, low self-esteem, and difficulty concentrating. Now, those could be characteristics of any student at this time. So again, we really need to be, thinking about this, that, this can happen in our own backyard. As a mandated reporter, teachers have a legal and ethical obligation to report suspected abuse immediately. This is something we all sign up for when we know we become a teacher, and it's included in trainings that our school will give us. Now, as far as the reporting process goes, notify a school counselor or administrator. CPS or law enforcement is then contacted. I think the real key takeaway here is that if you see something, don't expect someone else to report it. There's been many documented cases where everybody's starting to see something and everybody says, well, if that person didn't report it, then someone else will report it. So if you see something, report it. Don't rely on someone else to do the job for you. Boundary violations. There can be long-term damage to students. It can be ongoing. Loss of trust in adults, relationship difficulty. You can imagine how hard that would be for a child to go on, trust adults, have a trusting relationship as an adult. You can see some of the difficulties that they would face in their life. Consequences for educators are big. Not as big as the kids, but they're still big nonetheless. Include loss of the teaching credential, criminal charges, and unfortunately registering on the sexual offender registry. Boundary violation breaks the trust that students, family, and communities place in teachers. We are teachers. It's supposed to be expected that we're to act in a certain manner, and we have physical boundaries between us and the kids. Now, two possible dilemmas that could come up. They're very real world. I believe they could easily come up in a school setting. Dilemma one, a student shows behavioral and physical warnings. Now, for myself teaching PE, this one hits home. A student who normally participates a lot in PE all of a sudden becomes withdrawn, avoids physical contact, and appears anxious when changing for PE clothes. So we don't change, but I can hypothesize this. So, the teacher also notices that there are bruises, and the student frequently asks to sit out. So obviously the teacher kind of investigates. The teacher must remain calm and supportive, listen without interrogating, reassure the student, document the observations, report immediately, and maintain confidentiality. Dilemma two, could definitely see this one happening as well. A student discreetly discloses abuse but asks the teacher not to tell. A student tells the teacher that a relative has been touching them inappropriately, but they beg and plead not for that teacher to tell. You really can feel that this one could 100% happen. How should the teacher respond? First, with empathy and support, letting the student know that you're there for them. You also need to be open and honest about your reporting responsibilities as a mandated reporter. Avoid making promises you can't keep regarding the secrecy issue. Gather only the essential information, report immediately, and ensure the student support. Appreciate the time. See you in the cohort. Take care.